Hello you guys, good morning. Happy Vlogmas day 4. I am starting the vlog off, of course, with opening up Leo's advent calendar. So let's see. If you're new here, my cat is named Leo and he is such a character. He has such a personality. So I wanted to do something special for him this Christmas and get him an advent calendar which has 25 days of toys for him. So we're gonna open up day number 4. So let's find it. Right here. He's hanging out right by my feet here and he'll come running, I'm sure. Let me lower it down for him. He's in his little gingerbread box. Or gingerbread house. Oh, these are hard to open though. Ah. Ooh, yeah, he's gonna like this one. He loves weird things like this. Come on, Leo. Come. You want it? Here's. He's unsure because it's like spiky. Or it doesn't hurt, it's just like a weird. I don't know if he likes this one. Do you want it? Okay, maybe he does. Come here. Say hi to everyone. You've been so cute lately. Do you want your toy? He doesn't like this one. Let me throw it, he might run after it. Leo. Hey, look. Ready? Go. Okay, he chased it, but anyway, welcome to Vlogmas day 4. I'm going to vlog today a little bit and yeah, it's gonna be a good day, but I hope you guys are doing well. This is like the first day I've been feeling a little more like myself. I have been sick the past couple weeks, or the last week, but you know how like when you're overcoming a cold and stuff, I feel like it like lingers around a little bit. So today is the first day I feel pretty good actually. So I'm excited, but I'm gonna go to Pilates class at 11. But before then, I'm gonna get some work done and catch up and stuff. So I will talk to you guys in a little bit. In today's video, I want to talk about Pinterest strategies for graphic designers. So I recently this year invested in Jenna Kutcher's Pinterest course and it taught me so much. And the reason I really wanted to start diving into Pinterest is because as graphic designers and as the creatives, that's a place where a lot of potential clients are hanging out and other graphic designers are hanging out. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but Pinterest is where I go to find my inspiration. And sometimes I like to just look at the art on there and like just get really inspired. So I was like, I need to take advantage of this platform and get on there and get active on there, because that was an area I was not tapping into at all until this year. I definitely had a messy Pinterest profile. It just wasn't cleaned up, it wasn't organized. I had no idea even what to do with it. So I wanted to share with you guys today. I have a whole folder right here of all the things I learned in the course, all the things I implemented, and share with you guys some of those things because I feel like I learned so much and some things I would have never known unless I took her course. So highly recommend that course. Was really helpful for me. But you know, I'm the type of course taker where I kind of learned this about myself. I didn't finish the whole thing. I would like jump to the sections I really wanted to learn about and then I would kind of go backwards. So I like went to the end of the entire course and then I kind of worked my way backwards to learn a little bit backwards, if that makes sense. I don't know why I like to learn that way, but I figured I'm absorbing this content no matter what. It doesn't matter the sequence I do it in as long as I understand how to use Pinterest. So first thing I want to mention about Pinterest and why it's so powerful and so important is because it is not just another social media profile or platform. It's actually a search. It's a search engine platform. So for a long time I would consider Pinterest as part of a social media platform that I'd be using, but when I really started viewing it more as like a search engine, that's when I was like, this is so powerful and this can really reach a lot of people. So that's something I really want to mention. Pinterest is a search engine, and it's the numbers, like I think it's the #2 search engine compared to Google. So it's really powerful. There's a lot of users on there, and it's really an awesome platform. So when I started to understand that, that's when I jumped into the first lessons, which is when I came up with my target audience and who my target audience really is. And for my business, it's a little bit different because I have my graphic design target audience, which is like the clients I want to work with. And then I also have like the students, which is you guys, the people that I love to educate and connect with. So I have kind of 2 different audiences, but what I did, and it was super helpful in the course, was I created a client avatar for both of those audiences. So for me, I'll kind of share this with you guys, and maybe I'll put a picture up here so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. But my first client avatar is Crystal. Crystal strives to show up professionally, looking to follow passion and work for themselves, trendy and athleisure fashion, drawn to minimal lifestyle and fashion, spends free time traveling, shopping, listening to personal development podcasts. And she's a female between 18 and 35. It's a pretty big range, but that's okay. Loves healthy routines, fit and health conscious, because my niche is the wellness professionals. Shops local and at stores like Free People. I'm wearing Free People, so there we go. Loves to be in nature and gardening. So this client avatar is supposed to be the clients I want to go after, and the point of creating this avatar is so I know what type of content to create around that. So if she likes healthy lifestyles, then I could make a vlog that maybe talks about how I stay healthy as an entrepreneur. So things like that. Creating the avatar really helped me though, kind of like nail down who it is I want to be talking to. And it's always fun to kind of draw out a little person like that. So after I created the avatar, that's when we dove into like how I'm actually going to speak to her and the strategies behind those keywords and what she's possibly searching on her Pinterest. So I thought I would share with you guys my top keywords, my 5 core keywords. And before I jump into the keywords, I want to mention like where these keywords are even used, because if you're anything like me, when I first started, I didn't even know how to use Pinterest really. Keywords are really helpful for your title and description on your pin. So making sure that your title is SEO friendly, so it's searchable. And you guys can go follow my Pinterest if you want to see a good formula for how to do this. You can just click on one of my pins and see that formula. But I always like to include a keyword in my title as well as my business name, and then I also kind of repeat those keywords and business name in the description, but make the description not super robotic. I try and make it sound like a real person, because Pinterest is smart enough to know if you are just jamming a bunch of keywords in there. So it's important to make it sound like yourself, but also include those keywords. So here's my 5 core keywords. Oh my god, I can't talk. First one is graphic design tips. Second one is brand design. Third one is logo design. Fourth one is minimal logo. And fifth is website design. So those are very, very basic keywords. And I dove into creating more detailed keywords that have a lot more detail behind it. So I thought I would share with you guys the first one. So once I broke out these keywords and started searching, like if I type in graphic design tips on Pinterest, what's going to pop up below that, and what can that also turn into? So here's the additional keywords that accompany graphic design tips. Graphic design tips and tricks, graphic design tips for beginners, graphic design tips for logos, graphic design tips, cheat sheets. There's so many keywords that you can come up with, but it's really important to kind of like just get on Pinterest and explore it and see what people are searching, see what pins that you've already done are performing the best and how you can replicate that in different ways. And also what I like to do is experiment with the picture I'm using. So right now I'm still in the midst of figuring out if people are more drawn to pins with a photo of me on it, or pins that are just a simple text pin, which I'll put the different examples up here. But that's really such a personal thing. Like, you have to figure out what works best for you and your profile and your audience, because everyone's audience is so different. So I'm still in the middle of experimenting with that. Right now, I feel like it's actually pictures that people are more drawn to because it shows who's behind talking about this. And I also really like to pin things back to my YouTube, and I think people really want to watch YouTube if they know who is going to be talking. So that kind of helps for me. I've noticed that, at least for my business. Those are the first few tips I would recommend for Pinterest strategies if you are a graphic designer or a website designer or a creative, is to make sure that you're figuring out your target audience and create that client avatar so that you can really just understand it better. And then secondly, come up with your keywords. I would come up with 5 of them and break them off into 10 more keywords under each of those. That's really helpful to see, because then there's endless content ideas, like endless. There's so many content ideas. So those are my tips for strategies behind it. And other things that I have learned when it comes to Pinterest is that you have to pin a lot. You don't have to, but I would recommend that you pin a lot if you want to grow quicker on there, because if you're pinning, I believe her recommended amount was like 10 pins a day, which is a lot, I know. Right now I'm only doing like 3 to 4 pins a day, which honestly for me is really good. And I feel like you shouldn't set yourself up for failure if 10 is really out of your limit right now, if you just have so much going on. So right now I try and do at least 3 pins a day. I have been slacking the past week. I haven't really scheduled anything with the holidays and all that. But my goal moving forward is to spend 1 day out of the entire month scheduling everything. So I'm actually going to be talking with one of my good friends who potentially might be helping me with this, so that I can kind of take that off my plate because I have a lot of other things going on. But pinning really frequently and consistently on Pinterest is so important for getting searched and getting seen and getting followers and getting pin clicks, all that kind of stuff. So definitely strive to pin a lot more every single day. And then also another thing I wanted to mention, and this is something I didn't even know existed until I started really getting into Pinterest, but there's such a thing called Pinterest Creator Fund, and once you have to hit these different requirements, which I can list them right here, but I know one of the requirements is having 250 followers, which is so doable for all of us. I know we all can do that, and I'm sure some of you have already reached that. I'm almost there. If you want to help me get there, go check out my profile. But once you hit 250 followers, and if you have a certain amount of idea pins on your profile, and you're consistently doing idea pins, and then there's a few other requirements, you can get accepted into the Creator Fund if you apply and get accepted. And once you're in the Creator Fund, you can earn money for pinning, which is amazing. Like, why not work for money instead of working just to, you know, reach other people? Like, you can make money and reach other people now. So I'm really striving to get in that Creator Fund because I'm a huge advocate of getting passive income streams so you can start enjoying your life and having a balance in your life. And that's a huge goal for me. So I definitely recommend checking that out. You can like go to Pinterest Creator Fund on Google and apply there if you do have 250, and I believe they open it up every quarter. They start accepting new creators. So I'm hoping that I can reach 250 and reach all those requirements before the end of the year. I would love if you helped me. I'll help you right on back. If you follow me, I'll give you a follow. So Pinterest Creator Fund is another thing that I think is amazing that they're doing. Now there's so much more I learned. I could go talk about this for hours, I'm sure, but those are the main things I think you should take away when it comes to Pinterest, is having a good strategy behind your pins, really creating. Oh, I wanted to mention one other thing I just remembered. On my profile, I did not have it optimized yet, and that means like having my profile image looking really clear and having like just my face in there looking directly at the camera. That's actually really important, and I think that's a lot of things people look over, is that the profile picture doesn't matter, but it actually does. It really can help. So I changed my profile picture, changed the cover photo to match my overall branding and website and all that, and then I also checked my profile description and profile name and title there. So go check out my profile if you want to see how I did that. But that was all strategy. Everything I did in there is strategic, in order to hopefully reach more graphic designers and clients. So anyway, I am loving Pinterest. I am like a Pinterest girl now. I think it's so fun, and I really hope you guys check it out too, because I know you'll love it. But those are my Pinterest tips. I need to change my battery because it's blinking at me. Before I go, actually, let's hop on over to my computer and I'll show you how I design my pins really quickly. So let's do that real quick. All right, you guys, I know I mentioned in my previous video that I don't recommend using Canva as your main platform for graphic design, which I still stand behind, but I do think Pinterest can be really helpful for creating these pins, because since there's such a high volume of pins I recommend creating every day, it can help to have these quick, easy templates to just drag new pictures in and stuff like that. So these are the pins I have created so far for what I use on my profile. These are just like templates I can like drag a new picture in, like I said, create a really standout title. I do actually don't use those ones as much because they didn't perform as great as I wanted them to, and I think it's because this was actually getting cut off, so that's something I didn't realize at first. But I have these very basic logo ones, and if I keep scrolling, you'll see I have these simple text ones that also help, just using my brand fonts and brand colors. And then I have more logo ones. These ones perform really well for my profile, having like a picture with the logo on top. Same with those mock-up ones. So I just kind of play around with it. Right now I'm still new to Pinterest, kind of, so I'm really figuring out what works best with my profile. I'm sorry, that's Leo in the background. But I do use Canva to create these, which I feel like I wanted to share with you guys because it can be really helpful. And if I go to the bottom, I definitely like using these ones because they do stand out on my profile, but I really am leaning more towards ones like these with like the picture and text. So definitely go check out my profile if you want to see these actually live in use, but this is how I create them. I just have super simple little Canva graphics, and then I can duplicate the page and like create new text there. Oh my god, that's Leo. He's so loud. Leo! Anyway, I hope that's helpful to see that. Yeah, that's how I do it. Alright, you guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it was helpful to see how I use Pinterest for my graphic design business. I do recommend checking it out and taking advantage of that awesome search engine that really favors the creatives, because it's a very visual platform. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed Vlogmas Day 4. I will see you guys tomorrow, and definitely if you're interested in more graphic design tips, anything about the graphic design industry and running a business in this industry, definitely stick around on my channel. I'm going to be posting a lot of really fun topics that you guys helped me come up with the rest of this month. So subscribe, like this video if you want to see more, and I will see you guys tomorrow.